Alrighty, good evening and welcome to the Stock Car Racing League Cup Series. We are here at the beautiful Michigan International Speedway here for some great action here tonight. They have just wrapped up qualifying, so let's jump right into the starting grid here this evening. We have Cameron Perez starting on pole, Tony Patton there in second, Michael Cormetis in third, Mason Foster in fourth, Cody Profit in fifth, Nick King in sixth, Aiden McConney in seventh, Bo Boetcher. Sorry if I mispronounced your last name there. First time I'm seeing it tonight. You'll start eighth. Drew Halloran there will start in ninth. Jack Stanley in 10th. Mitchell Hyatt in 11th. And Justin Wilson will round it out there in 12th here this evening. Great to see some new names here in the field this evening, as I believe Aiden and Bo there are new drivers here to the series tonight. So it'll be interesting to see what they can do here this evening. All right, they will get gridded up now. So let's jump right into the race analysis for tonight and the format. Tonight we will do 100 laps here this evening, but it will be broken up into stage racing. We'll have stage 1 will end on lap 25. Stage 2 will end on lap 50. They will get one fast repair here this evening. 70% fuel, so we could see fuel strategy here come into play. And 3 sets of tires in the pits here this evening. It'll be interesting to see here what these next-gen cars do at such a large track here like Michigan. It's a really interesting car. It has a lot of downforce. But at the same time, tire wear seems to be the key here to these cars. You can really abuse the tires here with these high downforce setups. And generally what we see here in the fixed setups is that the car will get tight. So that right front tire wear will be a factor here tonight. We can almost guarantee here at Michigan, which is a progressive banking track. So you can see the black lines there in the asphalt, so they are basically lanes. So that bottom lane will have the least amount of banking, and as you go up further toward the wall there, it will have more banking. So we'll generally see in the other Cup Series cars here, they will typically run in that second lane through the corners. So it'll be interesting to see here what these higher downforce next-gen cars do. But if I had to guess, I'll say they will all run the bottom here for the first few laps, and then we'll see them move up the track as that tire wear starts to come into play. But Cameron Perez there in that beautiful patriotic paint scheme there in that number 5 Shaw Racing machine, he's going to lead us down to the start of the race here. And Tony Patton on the outside there in that number 86. We'll see who can get the better jump here. I've got to say, I definitely want to start in the bottom lane here at Michigan as they are off. Great jump there by Cameron Perez as he's going to jump out to a multi-car length lead. But the story here is the 48 of Cormetis is looking up the inside of the 86 of Patton. And looks like he's going to go on by there into second. But now he's got the 96 of Mason Foster right behind him there. Going to take a look up the inside as they go down into turn 3 for the first time. 3 wide, maybe even 4 wide. Yes, we are 4 wide back there. That is Nick King, Cody Profit, Drew Halloran there. That is your battle for what I believe is the 6th position as they all battle it out there. 4 wide as they went into turn 3 there that time around. But looking up front here, and we're already seeing a multi-groove racetrack here. As you can see, Cameron Perez on the outside there in that number 5. He's having some connection issues as you see him blink on and off the track there. But Michael Cormetis in that number 48 has moved up into second and is now looking at the very back of the 5 of Perez there as he's going to look to make a move. Be interesting to see just how draft locked these cars are. We'll see if Cormetas here can get a run off, but as it has been the case at the other faster mile-and-a-half tracks, it seems like as soon as you pull the car out to make a pass, it's almost like you hit a brick wall of air there. So we'll see what he can do here, as he is right up on the back end there of the number 5. Looks like he's going to stay in line, as it is pretty early on in the race this evening. Meanwhile, we've got a move going on here. This looks like the 34 of Drew Halloran there on the outside. Tony Patton in that 86 going to make it 3 wide as he looks up the middle there. And that's going to push, that is who the 09 of Bo Boetcher there. That is going to get shuffled back to 5th. You see Tony Patton there almost taking a look under Mason Foster in that 96, but that's going to allow the 09 here of Bo on the outside. Can he get a good run down the front stretch here? He doesn't have anybody to draft with, so I think the 86 there, Tony Patton's going to come out ahead, as you see Bo there drop to the inside, put a block on the 23 of King as they head down into turn 1. And let's ride on board the 09 here of Bo as he chases down our fourth place driver there, the 86 of Tony Patton. See Drew Halloran there all up on the back of the 09 there of Bo. This is for 5th. Is he going to take a look to the inside? He is. Drew Halloran going to look to take away that 5th place position. He's going to do it as he slides up right in front of the 09. Now they're going to go 3 wide under the 86 of Tony Patton here as they head down into turns 3 and 4. Who's going to get the better run off of here? Looks like it's going to be that middle line there, Drew Halloran. And it looks like the 48 there of Michael Cormetas, he's going to move up into the lead as he does get around the 5 of Perez there. And you can see these cars now one huge pack, as it looks like the first caution is going to come out this evening. And looks like that might have been brought out by Nick King. Let's go back and check it out. Yes, it was. And that looks to be a self-car spin there. Let's go back and back that up a little bit further here. No. A self-car spin. You can see the 23 there. It looks like he's battling the 71. in the 20. Oh, it looked like he thought he was clear there and just came across the nose of the 20. Unfortunately, put him up into the wall. Let's see if Cody Profit sustained any damage from that. Looks like he has a little bit of right front aero damage there. But shouldn't... Oh, he's got a little right rear damage as well. So that should be enough to slow him down considerably here at these aero dependent tracks. So he will need to take his quick repair if he wants to be competitive. And looks like we're going to have some action down pit road here as the 48 of Michael Cormetta is going to head down pit road. Cameron Perez going to follow him through. Drew Halloran there as well. But the 09 there of Bo going to stay out. Mason Foster in that 96 machine. He's going to stay out as well. Tony Patton going to stay out. Jack Stanley, who was further on back in the field, he's going to move all the way up to fourth here in that 95 machine. He's going to be right in front of Mitchell Hyatt there in that number 25 machine, also making up a ton of positions as he's staying out as well. And just looking at the pit times here, it looks like Drew Halloran's going to win the race off of pit road here. 6-second pit stop for him, so it looks like he only took fuel. And the 71 there of Aiden McConaughey, he also had a 6-second pit stop, so he took fuel only. And Cameron Perez here in that number 5 machine, he had a 15-second pit stop, so likely took 4 tires there. And the rest of the cars that also came down pit road also had similar pit times. So a little bit of a different strategy there, split between the field. We had a lot stay out. We had some take fuel only, and we had some take tires. All right, lights are off the pace truck, so we will get going green this time around. And the 09 there of Bo is going to lead us down to the start here, the restart, I should say, as we had our first caution come out there on lap 10 here this evening. Mason Foster there in that number 96 machine. He's going to lead us down on the outside there in second place. Mason Foster, very quick driver here, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do on the outside as they get restarted. Typically here on the restarts, we'll see that inside line be the preferred line, but the 96 there, Foster, gets a great jump. But unfortunately, he has nobody behind him there to help draft, so it looks like it's going to be the 09 there of Bo that's going to go down into the inside, out into the lead. Tony Patton there in second place in that number 86 machine. Ooh, and right above there, it looks like Michael Cormetis and Cameron Perez are hooked up as they just went around the outside there of our third place driver, Mason Foster. And looks like Cormetis is going to rocket to the lead here with the help of Cameron Perez, getting a great draft here from these two tonight. Hooked up as Cormetis is going to go into the lead. Cameron Perez there going to go into second. Bo going to slip back to third. And we see Tony Patton there in that number 86 machine currently in fourth. And they are fighting for this fifth position on further back. As you can see, they're 2 and 3 wide. Drew Halloran there in that number 34 machine up into sixth place currently, but he's under pressure from the 25 of Mitchell Hyatt, who we know is a very quick driver. Interesting to see him so far back here in the field this evening. It could just be a strategy play here, as fuel saving could be a huge factor here tonight, and you do not want to be the lead car here if you're on any kind of fuel saving strategy. The draft is very dominant here at Michigan. As you can see, they are bump drafting down the straights. The 48 and the 5 here of Cormetis and Perez have pulled out to a little over 2 car length lead from our third place driver, the 09 of Bo here, but he is now hooked up with a couple cars behind him, and they are slowly starting to reel them in here as we just complete lap 15. And wow, the 5 of Perez putting a great block there. The 09 had to check up tremendously. And now they're going to be 3 wide, 2 wide here as they go down the back straight. A lot of weaving and blocking here tonight. Really early on in the race here at stage 1. And remember, stage 1 will end on lap 25 this evening. So we are just now completing lap 16. Cameron Perez in that number 5, able to hang on to the lead there as he threw a big block on the cars behind him here. As you can see, that big pack right behind this 2-car pack, they are able to reel in the leaders here very quickly. The 25 there of Mitchell Hyatt looking to take away the 5th place position from Drew Halloran, but unfortunately did not get the better run off of the corner there. So he's actually going to slip back a few positions, and you can see just how important it is to have someone to help you draft here. Without that car behind you, you are just a sitting duck here. As you can see, the 71 there going to take a look to the inside of the 25 of Hyatt. Not going to make that work. Meanwhile, back up front, these two are still with a healthy about 3/4 tenths of a second gap back there. Oh, we've got one going around. That is Mason Foster there in the 96. Looks like it's only going to be one car spinning, and he does keep it out of the wall, but that will bring out our second caution here this evening. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened there. Looks like he was in a battle there with the 34 of Drew Halloran, just came across the nose. We'll watch Drew Halloran's version of the story here, and yes, you can see Halloran was all the way below the line there on the apron, and like Foster there just going to come across the nose, but he does a great job to not get into the wall, so no damage, and he'll stay on the lead lap since the caution did come out here, so he'll live to fight another day. Very lucky for him there. That did not turn out worse than it did. looks like the pace lights are off the pace truck, so we will get resumed racing here. This time by the 5 of Cameron Perez. They're going to lead us down to the line. The 48 there of Michael Cormedes on the outside. Those two hooked up and got out to a very healthy lead there before the caution came out. So we'll see what they can do here again as they come down to the restart line here to get started. 3 more laps remaining here in stage 1. As Cameron Perez there going to get off to a great jump at the 09 there of Bo. Also getting a very good start, and you can see he's going to be right up on the back of Michael Cormedes as they head down into turn 1. Looking to move up here and take away second place. Oh, and we can see Perez there throwing the block to his teammate on the outside. That's going to allow Bo in the 09 to move up into second. And also Mitchell Hyatt there in that 25 machine. He's going to move up into third. And they're going to cross the line here. 2 to go here remaining in the stage. Further back here, 3 wide as they battle out here for these last 2 laps here in stage 1. Looks like Mitchell Hyatt there in that 25. He's going to put the pressure on second place driver, the 09 there, Bo, as they head out of turn 4 here. They're going to cross the line here and take the white flag for stage 1. And you can see it's anybody's stage win here this evening as they are all bunched up. And you see the 09 there going to look to the outside of Cameron Perez. Unfortunately has no one up there to help him draft, but there someone comes. That's the 96 of Foster. Actually, Foster sticks it to the outside. Ooh, looks like the 09 and the 25 may have made contact there. The 5 of Perez looking very good here as he heads through turns 3 and 4 here for the final time in stage 1. Looks like it's going to be a drag race down to the line. Oh, the 96 going to make contact with the 5. And wow, that is going to be a photo finish. But I believe the 09 there of Bo actually took home the stage win. We might actually have to back that one up and slow it down. But multiple drivers there involved in that accident. Let's go back and take a look there. Back it up just a little further here. We'll look at Mason Foster here in this number 96 machine up on the outside. You see Cameron Perez there. Perez just going to come up the track and get into Mason Foster there. Michael Cormedes, it looked like, took home the stage win. Yes, it looks like Cormedes is going to take home the stage win. Cameron Perez there going to take home second in the stage, and the 09 there of Bo looks like he was able to get third in stage 1, but Mitchell Hyatt there in that 25, he's caught up in the wreck. The 95 there, Jack Stanley also caught up. The 9 of Justin Wilson there also caught up in that. So a lot of wrecked race cars there as they battled it out to the line for stage 1.
going green, not going green.
All right, looks like the pace lights are off the pace truck, so we'll get started here with the start of stage 2. The '09 there of Bo gonna lead us down to the restart here. Drew Halloran in the number 34, he's gonna be in second. And just a quick update, we've got a couple cars that are out now. We've got Jack Stanley that is out after that incident, and also Justin Wilson is out of the race.
Green, green, green.
The '09 there of Bo going to lead us down to the restart line, takes the green flag. It's a great jump as the 34 of Halloran going to be under immediate pressure here on the outside from the 48 of Michael Cormedes as they head down into turn 1. Also the 20 of Cody Profit looking to the inside. Looks like he's got the 25 of Mitchell Hyatt there hooked up with him, and going to be anybody's race down the back straight as they head down into turn 3. And we see a great move there by the number 71 of McConaughey there as he's going to move all the way up to 4th. Now he's actually looking at the back of the '09 of Bo there as they come off of turn 2, looking down the back straight. Is he going to try to stay behind him here as he heads into turn 3? It looks like he is so far. They are getting a great run here as they look to the outside of those 2 lead cars of Cormedes and Perez. And it looks like the 71 there going to split the difference there and try to take it 3 wide. We see a great battle back here. This is for 5th. You see the 34 there, Drew Halloran looking on the outside of the 71 of McConaughey. And I tell you what I like here from these next gen cars is something we really don't see nowadays with the current gen cup car here in iRacing, but I like seeing cars get paired up here in 2s and work together here to bump draft up to the next pack. That is just something you don't see with the latest aero update here with the current gen cup cars. It's just like as soon as it's just one big pack racing in the current gen cup cars, but here we're getting more back to the strategy here of, you can see 2 cars pairing up, and that is just refreshing to see here as you see the 86 and the 09 paired up. Of course, the 2 out front, you've got the 5 of Perez and the 48 there of Cormedes. But you can see here the 86 of Patton got pushed by the 09, and now he's up here into this lead car pack. Like Perez is going to look to the inside. He's going to take away the race lead. Tony Patton there in the 86, he's going to move up into 2nd, and the 09 of Bo going to follow through to the 3rd. And here's a surprise. The 09 there of Bo is going to head down pit road. Looks like he did not pit during the stage break, so he's going to go ahead and pit now and take fuel presumably there, as the 5 of Perez is still out front there. The 86 of Tony Patton looking to take away the race lead here. As we have 14 to go here in Stage 2. Stage 2 will end on lap 50 here this evening. As you can see, they are still battling out here for the race lead. The 86 of Tony Patton there on the inside. The 5 of Perez on the outside. And he's now got the 34 and the 20 to help him draft on by the 86 there. And you can see just by that how important the draft here is in these next gen cars. As Tony Patton here is going to drop all the way back to, before this is all said and done, potentially 7th place. And now he is able to get that draft, so he's going to fall into 4th here. But the 71 there of McConaughey going to look to the inside. The 48 of Cormedes also going to look to the inside. And for the race lead, the 34 Drew Halloran going to move into the lead as the 5 of Perez went high there. On the outside, they're going to drag race across the line. And now the 2 teammates have hooked back up. That's the 48 and the 5 there. And let's see if Drew Halloran on the bottom side there and that number 34 can pair up with anyone here to give a challenge to those 2 up front. Tony Patton there on the inside of the 48 of Cormetas, looking to advance into second. Just doesn't have the drafting partner there to help him. As you see the 71 there of McConaughey going to go to the high side, help out the 48 of Cormetas. Across the line here, 10 to go here in stage 2. It's anybody's race here. As you can see, we have about 5 cars here in this lead pack. Well, the 5 of Perez there, weaving down the back straight, trying to break the draft from the second place car there, the 86 of Tony Patton. And looks like Tony Patton here going to look to the outside as they head down into turn 1. Very close as they went down into the corner. I don't know if they touched or not, but if they did, it was very little, but they were extremely close there as they entered the corner. And it looked like an 86 had to check up just a hair, and that's going to knock him all the way back there into third. And now we'll see what the 71 here, McConaughey, can do on our race leader. As they head down into turn 1, he entered very high, trying to get a good exit off the corner here and get a good draft down the back straight. Gonna cross the line here this time by and take 5 to go for stage 2. Right now, the 5 of Cameron Perez is currently your race leader. The 71 of McConaughey has been in second place here for the past handful of laps. We'll see if he's just waiting and choosing to make his move here in the final couple laps. But Michael Cormetas noticed he has a little bit of left front damage there to his car, so that could be hindering his performance here at a very aero dependent track. As you see the 86 of Tony Patton there, they actually are going to bang going down the straight there, and looks like Tony Patton going to take away the third place position. Alright, going to cross the line there. 4 to go. We see, who is that down pit road? We've got the 20 of Cody Profit down pit road. The 34 of Drew Halloran just exiting the pits. And I do believe these race leaders here will not make it on fuel. So we should see them come down pit road here any minute now. That if the fuel strategy here that I'm looking at is correct. But we'll see here as they're going to bang it out here as they exit out of turn 4. Going to cross the line. 3 to go in stage 2. '71 going to get a great run there out of turn 2 as he's looking to get to by the 5 of Perez here for the race lead as they head down into turn 3. You could just see that side draft that the 5 of Perez was able to get there and move back up into the race lead as they come out of turn 4. Going to cross the line here. 2 to go here remaining in stage 2 this evening. And it does look like these race leaders somehow were able to potentially stretch their fuel here all the way out in stage 2. Very interesting. We saw half the field not able to do that. We'll see here as they are going to come across the line here, take the white flag for stage 2. The 71 of McConaughey there still in second place. Tony Patton in third, and Michael Cormet is there in that 48 looking to move up through the field here as they take the white flag for stage 2. We'll see if the 71 here, McConaughey, can get a good run out of turn 2. Really, his only shot is down this back straight here and down into turn 3, unless he can get a better exit out of turn 4. But that does not look like it may be the case here as the 5 of Perez going to guard off the high line there. The 71 of McConaughey going to look to the inside. The 5 of Perez going to throw the block toward the inside of the track there. And he is going to take home stage 2 win. McConaughey going to come in second. And Tony Patton there will bring it home in third here in stage 2. All right, we should see some action down pit road here at the end of stage 2. Looks to be the case. The 5 of Cameron Perez there, really the top 5 drivers all going to come down pit road. And looks like the 20 of Cody Profit here going to stay out. We saw him pit on lap 46. The 09 of Bo pitted very early there in stage 2 on lap 35. So it'll be interesting to see as they currently get their lap back, as they did go a lap down as they pitted under green. Will they head into pit road this time by? It does look like that is the case. Drew Halloran there going to stay out. He pitted on lap 45. But it looks like Cody Profit here is going to move up into the race lead, last pitting on lap 46. So he pitted right before the end of stage 2 here to presumably get track position, which might be a pretty good play here. Once we get going for these last, it'll be about 45 laps here in the final stage here this evening. We'll go to lap 100. All right, lights are off the pace truck, so we will get going green this time by the 86 here of Tony Patton. He's going to lead us down to the restart line. The 5 of Cameron Perez there in second as we head down to start the final stage this evening. 45 laps here tonight in the final stage. We'll see who is going to be victorious. I believe they will have to make a green flag pit stop if there is no caution here in this final stage, as they only have 70% fuel this evening. And we already see the 48 of Michael Cormetta is going to take over the race lead with a great jump there off the restart. And that's going to shove Tony Patton on further back there. Oh, he's actually going to make contact with the 5, and that is going to be a big one. Looks like the 09 of Bo caught up in that as well.
The yellow flag is
A
out.
lot of tore up cars here this evening. Let's go back and take a look at that one again. It looks like the 9 of Wilson there potentially involved. Cody Profit may have also been involved pretty heavily there. Let's watch him. Oh yeah, he gets spun right down into the inside wall and ends up flipping. Not only a blown engine there, but flipping upside down. So he's going to have to tow back to the pits. He will likely go a lap down. Back it up here just one more time. Watch Cameron Perez's view here as they head down the back straight. It looks like Perez didn't go all the way to the top of the track. As you can see, he's really low on the track here to be in the outside lane, and Tony Patton coming up the track normally there. And just going to make contact with Perez, who's going to make contact with a few other cars there. Try to slow it down here. As you can see, they're coming off the corner there, and looks like Perez just coming down, and the 86 of Patton just coming up the track like he normally would there in the racing line. I think just not expecting the 5 to be that low on the track, and just one of those unfortunate incidences here that's going to tear up a lot of good race cars tonight. You see the 5 Perez there with heavy damage. The 86 there of Tony Patton taking probably the worst of that incident. Looks like the 09 sustained a little bit of cosmetic damage there. Doesn't look to be anything major, but you should have a quick repair left here this evening. But with all of that, that will bring us a new race leader here. The 71 of McConaughey is currently our race leader. Mitchell Hyatt has moved up into second there in that number 25 machine. And Michael Cormetas in the 48 will round out your top 3. All right, pace lights are off the pace truck, so we will get going here once again. The 71 of McConaughey there going to lead us down to the restart line. The 25 of Mitchell Hyatt up into second place there, as we saw quite a few drivers there get taken out in that latest incident. You can see the 48 there, Michael Cormetas will be in third. The 09 there of Bo in fourth, and Drew Halloran in the 34 machine in fifth, and the 96 there of Foster, who's many laps down at the tail end of the field there. Like the 71 there, McConaughey is going to get out to a nice jump as they come out of turn 2. The 48 of Cormetas, they're going to look to the inside as they go down into turn 3. And Drew Halloran there in that number 34 machine goes high with the 71. We'll see what this bottom lane can do, as it looks like it has the momentum right now, as the 09 of Bo there going to move up into third. The 25 of Hyatt going to move up into second, and Michael Cormetas there, and that number 48 is our new race leader this evening. And we see Mitchell Hyatt there in that 25. He looked to the outside. He's not got anybody there to help him. So the 96 there of Foster, who's many laps down, is pushing the 09 of Bo up there all the way. The 09 there of Bo is going to make it into the race lead there. as he's going to go around Cormedes with the help of the 96 there as they go down into turns 3 and 4 here. The 48 of Cormedes there looking strong in that outside lane. We'll see what it can do here as the tires start to wear down. These cars start to get tight, especially here in the draft. You see Mitchell Hyatt there giving a great shove to the 48 of Cormedes out on that outside line. We've got 3 very fast drivers up there up top right now. So interesting to see what they can do here. You see the 34 of Drew Halloran rounding out that third car there up top. And looks like the 09 is hanging in there. He's got the 71 of McConaughey there on the bottom with him. Looks like the 09 may retain the lead here as they come across the line. Going to complete lap 62 out of 100 here this evening. We go 3 wide here out of the exit of turn 2. Mitchell Hyatt in the middle there, and the 09 of Bo on the bottom side. He still has the 71 behind him. Looks like the 25 there, Mitchell, going to be left out to dry there in that middle lane. They are going to come across the line here, complete lap 67 out of 100. Michael Cormedes there in that number 48 machine, still out front in the race lead. Mitchell Hyatt in that number 25 currently in second. And Bo here in the 09 has moved back up into third place as he is currently battling. That is the 96 of Foster, who is 8 laps down currently, so not on the lead lap. But you see the 71 right behind them. That is McConaughey in fourth place. We saw him hooked up and pushing the 09 early on there, but it just didn't look like they had the speed that we saw the front two cars have. As you see the 71 there Gonna look to the outside of Bo. I have to wonder if that aero damage the '09 car there has is impacting the performance, especially with him being the lead car when these two are paired up. And looks like that 96 car there, Foster, going to try to unlap himself as he's going to look to the outside of Mitchell Hyatt there. That is the second place car. And currently have 5 cars here in this lead pack on further back. It looks like the next furthest back car there is Tony Patton, who is all by himself in that damaged 86 machine. Just checking in there on the '09 car, as we see he is currently about almost 3 seconds off of the race lead there. He just fell back to the back of the pack there a few laps ago. But meanwhile, these 5 up front here, the 48 of Michael Cormet is still out front. The 25 of Mitchell Hyatt in second. The 71 there of Aiden McConaughey in third. And Drew Halloran there in that number 34 having a great recovery run here as he's going to move up into third place. Now we see the 34 Drew Halloran looking to the outside of second place driver, the 25 of Mitchell Hyatt. And he's got a great run down the front straight here as he may even look to the outside of the race leader, the 48 of Michael Cormetes, as they head down into turn 1. It looked like the 34 just was not able to hold that bottom line there. Drifted way up the track, so gonna lose out a lot of time here as the 25 of Hyatt gonna move back into second. You see these three cars here starting to break away from the other two. Drew Halloran in the back there, and that number 34, the 25 of Mitchell Hyatt in second, and the 48 of Michael Cormet is starting to form a little breakaway here. Be interesting to see if the 71 there of McConaughey and the 96 of Foster can pair up and close in on those top three here as we take 23 to go this time by. Looks like the 71 there, McConaughey, has lost the draft. And looks like he's going to come down pit road here this time for his green flag pit stop. I saw him lock up there on the entry. Just wondering if he did receive a penalty there. Got slowed down quick enough. Your top three here this evening, Michael Cormedes, Mitchell Hyatt, and the 34 there of Drew Halloran, all going to stay out here, as we will take 20 to go here this time by. Interesting to see here when these top three choose to come down pit road, as they're going to take the line here and take 19 to go this time by. Still out front, the 48 of Cormedes, the 25 of Hyatt in second, and Drew Halloran there, and that number 34 machine currently in third. About 12 seconds back here, the 09 of Bo here is in fourth, and Aiden McConaughey here, and that number 71 machine, who looks like he just got into the outside wall there, just went a lap down, but he did come down pit road on lap 79, so he's went ahead and got his green flag pit stop out of the way. So now the question is going to be, when do these leaders here pit this evening, as they take 18 to go? You can see just how much of a difference new tires make there, as the 71 just shot around the outside there of the 25 of Hyatt. And it looks like the 34 of Halloran also going to move up into second place there. And looks like the tire wear here is very quick, as we saw the 71 make it around these lead cars very quickly, but now he's starting to fall off in pace here. And these three cars here on older tires are able to hang with him and actually reel him in here as they take 15 to go. This time by the 48 of Michael Cormedes there. Still your race leader, the 25 of Mitchell Hyatt in second, and the 34 there of Drew Halloran rounds out your top three. And looks like the 34 here of Drew Halloran gonna try to undercut the two up front here, as he's gonna head down pit road with 14 to go. Meanwhile, the top two, Mitchell Hyatt and the 48 of Cormedes, are gonna stay out here, and be interesting to see when they choose to come down pit road. I have to wonder there, the 34 of Halloran, he had to try something. He was in third. But the unfortunate thing is he potentially is going to come out here with no drafting partner this evening for the final handful of laps that remain. So be interesting to see what he does. It looks like our race leader is going to come down pit road, and second place, the 25 of Hyatt. Did Hyatt get slowed down in time, as we saw him lock up the front tires there? But it will be a race off of pit road here this evening, as we'll take 12 laps to go here at the line. All right, we see third place, the 71 of McConaughey there, just coming out on the track map, just coming out of turn 4. And also the number 34 there, Drew Halloran, in fourth, just crossed the start-finish line. So it's going to be very close here as they come out of pit road there. You see the 71 going to go on by the 48 there. And the 71 of McConaughey, with pitting early there, he's going to take the race lead. Drew Halloran is actually going to advance up into third here, as he was able to make it around Mitchell Hyatt coming out of the pit. And they are going to cross the line here. 12 laps to go. The 71 of McConaughey here pitting early on lap 79. Can he hold off the very quick Michael Cormedes here, who's only a half a second behind, but on fresh tires, and is in the draft there of your race leaders? You can see on the timing board, the time is going to chip away there. 2/10 alone in that corner, and another 10th taken away there on the back straight. We'll see here as they come through turns 3 and 4. It looks like it's going to be pretty easy here, as he's going to move up to the back of the 71. Take a look up the inside. And your new race leader here is going to be the 48 of Michael Cormedes. He made it look very easy here on fresh tires, as they take 11 to go here at the line. Currently, Mitchell Hyatt here and Drew Halloran battling it out for third. Looks like Hyatt was able to make it around Halloran there for third place. The trick is going to be here, can these two pair up and draft up to your two up front, as we only have 10 laps to go here at the line. They need to get in line and start working on that right now if they want to have any chance to have a race win here. In to go there at the line. Oh, looks like we've actually got a car wrecking. Just gonna go and take a look here. Looks like that's the 09. Looks like he just got in it with the 86 of Tony Patton there. And looks like that's probably gonna end his night there. Not sure what happened. Looked like they were just going down the straightaway here, and looked like the 86 stayed low, and the 09 expected him to go up the track there, and they just ended up you know, going into each other there on the back straight. So an unfortunate incident there, but we will stay green. Looks like Mitchell Hyatt here in that number 25 machine and the 34 of Drew Halloran. These cars are in third and fourth. They are starting to chip away the time there at your two up front. Looks like they are in the draft. As you can see now, that gap is down to 0.6 of a second. Was a little over 1 second there just a few laps ago. And you can see here, so it's going to look like we're going to have a four-way battle here for the race lead here as we take 8 to go at the line. Michael Cormet is there in that number 48 still out front. The 71 of Aiden McConaughey, who's on older tires, last pitted on lap 79. The rest of them pitted on lap 87. We'll see how much of a difference there those 8 or so laps on tires matter. As you can see, the 34 of Halloran there looks to the outside of Hyatt. He's going to take away third position potentially here, but Hyatt going to fight back on the inside. Like Hyatt is going to get back that third position away from the 34 of Halloran. And actually going to look to the inside here for second as he goes up the inside of the 71 of McConaughey, trying to take away that second place position. You see a lap car up there, up high. That's Tony Patton doing a great job to stay out of the way here and let these four battle it out for the race win here. As we will take 6 to go here at the line. The 25 of Hyatt is going to move up into second place. And looks like Drew Halloran may be able to follow him through here. And sure does. He's going to move up into third. And we see the 71 there. McConaughey starting to fall out of the pace here of these top three. Not sure if that's just the tire wear getting to him there or not, but he is falling back, and it looks like these top three here, Michael Cormet is out front, Mitchell Hyatt in second, and Drew Halloran there in third, are going to fight it out here in these last 5 laps remaining here at Michigan. Let's ride on board third place Drew Halloran here as this action unfolds. 5 laps remaining. He's currently sitting in third. Has to be planning out his strategy here to try to take away the race win here from that 48 of Michael Cormet. Across the line this time by take 3 to go. Can Mitchell Hyatt here get around the race leader, the 48 of Michael Cormet, or will Drew Halloran there sitting in third about 3/10 behind make a late race move here and pull the upset? And looks like Mitchell Hyatt there actually having some connection issues as his car is blinking on and off the track. Hopefully that gets sorted out here as we do head into the last 2 laps here as they cross the line. Going to be a great 3-way battle here for the race finish here this evening. Interesting to see here with 2 to go. Where does Mitchell Hyatt try to make his move. He's very dependent on that third place car there, the 34 of Halloran. Does the 34 go with him if he decides to pull out and go high? If not, no way he can make the move work there. So if he doesn't have any help, he's got to look to make a move up the inside somehow. But you have to imagine the 48 of Cormetas here, as he takes the white flag, going to be very defensive this lap here and try to guard that inside line as much as he can as they head down into turn one. Oh no, second place going to get turned around. Mitchell Hyatt up into the wall. Looks like the 34 made contact with him. So we are staying green so far as we have taken the white flag. So it looks like Cormetas here in that 48 is going to take home the race win, as it doesn't look like Halloran has the pace to reel him in there. Yes, that is the case. So the 48 of Cormetas, they are going to take the checkered flag and the race win here tonight. Drew Halloran going to come in second. And all the way back there in third, the 71 of McConaughey going to come home in third. And Mitchell Hyatt there will bring it home in fourth. So let's go back and take a look at that wreck that happened there on that final lap. It looked like there was a bit of a gap opening up there, and the 34 just went for it. Try to slow it down here. Oh, not much of a gap, if any, there. Very aggressive as he went down into turn one. You can see here the 25 going to move up the track ever so slightly. The gap wasn't really there, but Drew Halloran stuck it in there, tried to make it work. Unfortunately, made contact with the 25, sent him up into the wall, and that is ultimately what secured the race win there for Michael Cormetas. But a very interesting and exciting finish here tonight at Michigan. So we'll try to get a word here with a few of the drivers, especially the top three if we can here tonight, for some post-race interviews. All right, now we'll try to get a word here with our third place driver this evening. We've got Aiden McConaughey up here in the booth. Hey, Aiden, it's Kevin up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy? Hey, man, congratulations there on that third place finish, first of all. It was a crazy finish here toward the end of the race. We saw you pit early there, trying to undercut the top drivers there. It worked out for you. There in that second half of the race, you came out in the race lead, but it just looked like the tires, the fresh tires there Michael Cormetas had, he was able to get around you there, and ultimately he slipped back there into third, but had a great finish overall. Got to ask, how difficult was it with the tire wear here this evening? We saw it looked like a world of difference there for like the first 5 laps, but then started to fall off.
You didn't pit, you were going to get freight trained. And with the effect that the package had, I mean, basically, once I had lost the lead, those top 3 got by me, and they just pulled away a second and a half a lap, even with me drafting off of them, because the tires just made that huge of a difference.
Absolutely there. And yeah, that we saw that toward the end of the race there. Those top 3 with the fresh tires were able to unfortunately draft away from you there. But second and third place ended up getting into each other, and that's ultimately what allowed you up there into the top 3. But having a great run here tonight. I believe this was your opening night here in the series. Is that correct?
One other race, but that race is kind of a mess, so I'll call this my first race.
Gotcha. Well, hey, still a good run here tonight. I got to give you a chance while you're here. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Nah, not really.
All right, man. Well, again, congratulations on that third place finish tonight, and hopefully we'll be able to talk to you again next week.
Alrighty, thank you.
All right, that'll do it for a third place finisher here tonight, Aiden McConaughey. So now we'll try to get a word with Drew Halloran here. We'll try to get a word with him. He may be having some difficulties here, but we'll bring up second place driver Drew Halloran up here in the broadcast booth. Hey, Drew, it's Kevin. You got a copy? Hey, Drew, it's Kevin up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy? Your mic is muted currently in Discord.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got you.
Hey, there he is. Hey, man, congratulations on that second place finish tonight. One heck of a battle there between the top, really the top four there for the last handful of laps. We saw it looked like a night of strategy here, especially in that final stage. You ultimately pitted one lap sooner than the top two there, which I thought was an excellent move because it netted you a position. Got to ask, though, there in those handful of laps, when you came out, I believe it was third after the pit stop cycles went through. What was your strategy there from then on to the race lead there? Because it looked like a very difficult track to pass in, looked kind of like a super speedway. So did you have a strategy heading into those final few laps?
Well, what happened is I ran out of fuel, so that's why I pitted. So that's why I pitted before them, is because I was waiting for the leaders to go in, but they didn't. So I pitted myself, and I was able to link up with I think one of the lapped cars. I don't know, but I then they got out of their pit cycle, so then they were all by me, and so I was able to stick with them because of the fresh tires. So I was able to, stick with them towards the end.
Gotcha. And there on that last lap, it looked like a bit of a gap opened up there on, I believe it was the 25 there of Mitchell Hyatt. Looked like you tried to get under the inside of him there. Ultimately, made a little contact. Looked like the 25 got sent up into the wall there. You moved up into second. Just looked like, really, is that what you had to do here to, any kind of gap opening up here? At Michigan, you just had to stick it in there and hope for the best because going around the outside without a drafting partner just wasn't going to happen, right?
Yeah, there was no one else there. I wasn't trying to spin him around. I was just trying to stick with his bumper, but I guess he moved up, and I guess the pointy Camaro, the body shape of it, got him turned around. But those Shaw Racing guys are always trying to take me out, so it is what it is. But sorry to the 25. But no, you can pass. You can get under quarter and side draft kind of like any other super speedway, but it is definitely like a play track out here with these next gen cars. But that's I didn't mean to wreck him, but I wish there was something I could do to change it, but he'll probably be after me for the next race, but I'll be all right with that.
All right. Well, again, taking home the second place here tonight. Great finish for you. Anybody want to give a shout out to while you're here?
Yeah, just my friend Bo and Robertson Howard Racing that we recently started up, and Circle B, Jay Wake, Daddy McSendit, all those guys, that let us run their logos on our car. And shout out to this league for hosting this event. And I'll move on to the next one.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations. Taking home second place finish here tonight. Great finish for you, and hopefully we'll be able to get a word with you next week as well.
Absolutely. Thanks, Kevin. Have a good night.
All right, that'll do it for your second place finisher here this evening, Drew Halloran. Now let's try to get a word with our race winner. We do have our race winner up here. So we've got Michael Cormetas, race winner here up here in the broadcast booth tonight. Hey, Michael, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, congratulations on I believe it was your second win of the season here tonight here at Michigan, taking home the race win. Got to ask you, you're fresh off of the win here. What was your strategy here going into this race and ultimately, throughout this whole event here with the stage racing, being sort of like a super speedway, Looked like you had a buddy there for half of the race, Cameron Perez. You guys were hooked up in drafting, but ultimately he was out of the race there in that second half. So, did your strategy have to change there in the second half of the race to ultimately take away the race win?
Yeah, I feel like I think so. The 71 pitted before us because he had a problem with his car, I believe. He took his fast repair, and me and Mitchell were actually planning on pitting on the same lap, which was lap 88. When we came into the pits, Mitchell actually missed his box, so I got out ahead of him. But eventually he caught up. But it's unfortunate that he got taken out in turn one, the final lap at his home race. That's just unfortunate. But this 48 iRacePaint.com 911 tribute Chevrolet was fast today. I'm really happy with this team. Although I am leaving, I'm ending the season on a high.
Absolutely. Taking home the race win is an awesome way to round out here in Michigan. So, got to give you the chance. Is there anybody else while you're here you want to give a shout out to?
Um, I mean, shout out to Cameron Perez. I mean, he saved us with the strategy again. So, just unbelievable from this team. We're like the powerhouse of this league. So, I'm just glad that I've been given this opportunity. I know I'm leaving the team at the end of the season, but it's obviously a really good season to end. So
Absolutely. You guys were a powerhouse here tonight. You and Cameron Perez hooked up together there, just brought back some great memories of a couple generations ago, the Cup cars out there where they had, two-pack racing on the super speedways versus what we have now where it's just one giant pack and, whoever qualifies up front ultimately takes home the wins here in these current gen cars on super speedways. But you guys look like you had a lot of fun out there tonight. Powerhouse between you guys and ultimately taking home the race win. So again, congratulations, and we'll hopefully be able to talk to you again next week.
yep, thank you.
All right, that'll do it for your race winner here this evening at Michigan. Michael Cormetta is taking home the race win in the Stock Car Racing League Cup Series in these next-gen cars here. Just going to check the schedule really quick, see where we head next week. And does look like we head to Daytona. So we're going to go straight into some super speedway action next week. So that'll be an exciting one. We can expect a good field for that one, as always, here in the super speedways. But that'll do it here for this is week 12 here in the 20-week series of the SCR Cup Series. So thank you all for tuning in here at Soak Tires Broadcasting, and hopefully we'll catch you next week at Daytona.